Welcome, one and all. The night show begins shortly. As always, I'd like to give it time for others to show. But we will begin shortly. Come one and all, the show begins soon. The show begins soon. Huh, strawberry lemonade. Not what I expected to be grabbing. Come on, we'll begin shortly. And we'll begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Night Show! I'm your host, your grand MC, your night of entertainment, the one, the only, TK, Days, Isaac, Kusip, and, or you know you call me, I am your night host, the one who reads through the night tome, who travels through this kingdom of entertainment to push back the sorrow and put a smile on everyone's faces. And I hope you're ready for fantasy to come alive, to gather your support for the throne, and have an adventure. Because we're continuing the journey, the tale of Medical Refantazio. With that decided, we've all helped the villagers prepare for the festival, and once the activity of the Dragon God was complete, the sun was already down.
Didn't expect them to throw such a party before our departure. A far cry from our first night here in a cell.
You arrived
Here
just
to
in
the festival
time.
in the Dragon God's name, meant to ensure a safe sea voyage. In place of a lighthouse, their fire is kept burning until the morning.
I say, these locals are badly well informed. They're up to their gills in practical and theoretical magna theory. Not as focused on the mechanicals as us mainlanders, but the land's far from barbaric. Their insights could rather improve the runner's design, you know? Ah, speaking of, I finished with the last replica.
We're finally ready.
Woo! Grand, ain't it? Dell's all better. And we've got some choice souvenirs to bring back to Lord Luis.
We're not out of the woods yet. Don't be too quick to celebrate.
Hey, come on, lads, loosen up! It's a party! We've all had a little fun.
And you?
I
What's a
agree.
sanctist fat cat like you doing getting all giddy over a pagan festival?
I have to laugh.
Fat
don't
cat.
I? You know, I thought the Crier's life had made me pretty knowledgeable about our world, but turns out most of what I knew was lies. Makes me think, maybe this is how my old father felt.
Crier a family trade, eh?
Imagine that.
Is that
Crown
wrong?
theocracy does love their hereditary titles. Yeah, my old man was a serious fella. More than me, that's for sure. He called out corruption where he saw it. Made him a pariah. But there you go. Yeah, I remember he once flat out suggested igniters were more dangerous than the Crown theocracy was letting on. And there was that riot in the slums, of course, the one started by that Parapus. The church dismissed it as paupers revolting over their conditions. But my old man, well, he said it wasn't a riot at all. Outright accused the Crown theocracy of turning an innocent Parapus feral through horrific magic experiments.
What?
I can see that.
Who knows what really happened there? Either way, nobody took my father seriously. He was condemned as a liar.
And
You
now
died
you
young.
work for the
Just
thing
the way it
people
is, I
condemn
suppose.
to.
People will always prefer their own feelings to the truth. Happiness is a luxury hard to come by otherwise. Hard to care about the world after that. I was a poor excuse for a crier, if you ask me. Yep, here I am. It's beyond weird. Somehow, you lot have managed to make the world seem interesting again. I'm genuinely grateful, you know? Makes a man feel as if he owes you.
You owe us nothing. Can't afford any rumors about you being biased in our favor, anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, though, you need anything, you've got me on your side. I'll do what I can. For now, I'll catch a boat ride to Altenbury ahead of you. Once this festival's over, it'll be...
I guess you're gonna travel with him?
So, let's make this a bash to remember.
Well, despite Stroll saying he can't think of him favoring us, I do feel like he already kind of does. Not even just before this.
Now, time for some fun. Bring out the treats.
Treats? Does that mean food? Food.
And those are?
The fruit is called dragon's tears. They're quite precious. Their tree only bears once every few years.
Ah, just delicious. Beyond delicious.
I'm honestly not surprised she wasn't...
Wonderful. This again. Hulkenberg's tastes are a
She
dubious
literally was gonna go for it.
Please, it's the rarest of harvests, and we would like to share it with you.
Is he you with a spoon? The juices burst forth as soon as I put it in my mouth.
Sounds.
Yeah, this is making me hungry.
I feel quite.
And she's drunk, isn't she?
Right, right.
Was there alcohol there?
There's something odd about the way those two are laughing.
But he's crying.
What is this?
Yeah, there's definitely alcohol in this.
See, in old times, old long times.
Get out of there high!
Eat this, reach a higher plane of existence, and talk to the gods.
Aha! Yes, you certainly appear to have reached some higher state. Glad I passed.
Phew. Finally back to normal. Well, that sure felt like a festival.
Wait, was Galka high as well, or drunk?
And did you hear?
One of them.
The people of this island make a wish over that flame. It's said that if you write your wish on a piece of paper, it'll bring you good luck. You don't often get to relax like this. So why don't you go there with someone?
Yeah, plenty of time. This is a rare opportunity. Ah, damn it, didn't read it in time. We should invite. Can you decide on someone? You know what? Beautiful. He looks different, David. Have to present with you. Oh, I'm sorry. Got something very important. God, she's in.
I beg your pardon.
What's the mask for? What's the mask for? There's a peril in gazing upon a smile such as mine. So by donning this mask, I am protecting you. What? You see, Juno warned me that my smile was enough to knock everyone out.
That was a great help.
And thank goodness she did, as my carelessness just now might have killed you. I'm glad I remembered her words before letting myself grin. She didn't mean people would die. She didn't mean people would actually die. What? Did I misunderstand? Yes. Damn it, Juno. Surely she meant I was capable of one-shot kills with a mere smile. I suppose not. I'm glad I learned I'm not, in truth. I need to think for it. Now I'll remove this mask because it's rather stuffy. You able to make your wish? Me too. I wish with all my might that we may receive the Dragon God's blessing as we set out to sea anew. Slightly symbolic now, but the festival actually started out as a ritual. On the eve of the fishing season's arrival, as the first vessel shoved off, we would set a dragon statue alight. The flames and smoke became a beacon guiding our fishers in the darkness, as the Dragon God's protection would too. That was the idea. Now we just do it for special departures. I've learned so much. I've learned so much about your culture. I'm pleased to hear it. What did you wish for? Mine was for everyone. My wish was for everyone to take the other one. You are amazing. The first time I met you, I thought there was something special, truly, deeply special about you, and now I know I wasn't mistaken. What do you mean? Like, what, are we secretly a prince? I shouldn't talk about that. What do you mean? I mean, just what I said.
I'm indebted to Tuna.
It's so wonderful to have time to talk with you like this. Thank you very much for inviting me out. Actually, I have a gift for you. If I bring it to the inn, would you do me the honor of receiving it? It's a little keepsake for when I used to dance at festivals. I think it will serve you well on your journey. Thank you. Thanks for thinking of me. Oh, it's not so much about the thing itself. I just want to give you something. Kiriyufa gave me the gift, and you turn to the others. Dancing Crow's Eye.
Tell, you hear all that? What that cry was talking about?
Yeah. Sounded proper familiar to me.
It's easy to blame the Sanctus Church for the whole thing. But maybe not all of them were happy about it. Makes you think.
What's my phone?
I remember St. Rella looked like her heart was breaking, seeing us at death's door. Maybe she knew what was going on. Del. What do we believe in, really? Are we absolutely positive that, you know, Count Luis's vision and ours have enough in common?
I thought we were done talking about this. He's the reason we got this far. A couple of Parapus orphans. Nobody else wants us. Nobody cares about us. We'd be nothing without Count Luis.
I know, Del, but...
Sounds like you joined the cult.
He makes all them speeches about equality, but in the end, he's gonna leave the weak to die. I heard him talk about his ideal world, and it sounds like a world where we'd have died alone in the dirt. No Saint Rella to save us. Is that what we're fighting for?
Too late for that kind of talk, brother. Blood on our hands either way.
Makes you almost wonder if that's the reason
What
why
are you two doing on your own?
he's so focused
Come join
on
the
it.
party. You'll miss the whole
He's gone too
festival.
far.
Lady Juna.
What's that look about? I know you're absolutely smitten with me, love, but you needn't be so tense about it.
Do you plan to kill Count Luis?
What are you talking about?
Yes.
He can't be killed anyway.
Lady Juna, I don't think your heart is with Count Luis anymore. Or maybe it never was. There's a side of you that you only show them. But us, starting to think we've never seen the real you.
Are you really so worried for Count Luis? He's the one who measures worth in power. So what would he think to hear you underestimating him?
So you don't actually work for Forden or nothing then? No ulterior motives?
I've been with Count Luis since before the race even started, haven't I? Ever since he was stripped of command.
Hey, Del.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. That's my fault. But trust me on this. I promise I'll make sure this world's got more to give you two than despair.
I saw it with my own eyes. That lance gets past the king's magic. That means it can kill a candidate. They were testing it among themselves, and Lady Juna was right there with them.
You serious? How are we supposed to report that to Count Luis?
Don't worry, it's my own problem. I told you to leave the thinking to me.
You know, I really like Lady Juna's songs, and I like seeing you listening to her when you get the chance. You got arm around your heart, Del, and her music pierces it. I don't want to kill Lady Juna.
Damn.
And you don't either, Del. Do you?
So tonight's our last night on the island. Tomorrow's the big day, so let's make sure we're plenty rested. To bed. Should I call it night? Rest.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Must say, I'm sad to see you leave the island, if not for no other reason than every meal here has been utter delight. Most certainly said the same thing when we left Brilhaven and Martyria. A new world of cuisine is just but a few days away if you just be patient. Mind your tongue, Stroll. A few days is thrice as many meals. Oh, you're really taking this hard. Well, when you say your goodbyes to the people and the food, meet at the Gauntlet Runner.
Hold on.
Do you want to buy anything before heading out? No. You ready? Everyone will be waiting for you at the Gauntlet Runner. To the Gauntlet Runner! You know what? Fuck it. This place gets far too... Oh, or not even that far.
Alright then.
Oh, no, I'm definitely farther away than I thought.
Go. Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone,
Calm down
let's
with
go
the
over our
Valkyries.
plan. As soon as we get to Altaberry, we give Luis the fake lance Nurus made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna,
I'm not
we'll need you to
commenting
convince
about that.
Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out.
Don't poke anyone's eye out. Wow, they really do look identical. Imagine if they actually swapped them.
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Altaberry, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right, all present and counted. Anchors away, what?
Aye aye, me hearties!
She was in the mood.
What's wrong then? Is that not the customary exclamation of sailors? Mr. Buckland was very specific.
Batlin!
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
Juna, you should talk.
Strange melancholy. Leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them too.
Yes, certainly.
This is Altaberry Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.
Well, you gotta need to get on land. Oh, let's go! Here's Altaberry Heights. Let's go to ways. If we make it in time, not a problem. This fine wind will help us make landfall by the morrow. So the whole trip should be 2 nights with 3 days of travel. We'll have to endure 1 day of being rock sick. Now there's a grim fit. If I ever saw one. Captain, for Stroll's sake, let us make haste.
Tally-ho then.
Full speed ahead to Altaberry Heights, capital of Monteraro. Take care you don't tumble overboard now.
With a new ally in tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward the eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the Principality of Montario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise in wordless silence.
Indeed.
2 more days until we reach Albury, I think. At least in this journey, we don't have to worry about that sea monster anymore. Because we killed it. Now let's do some prey. Because MP is always good.
Right away.
See, I'll throw that Yufa bro for the statue of the Dragon God on it. And according to Yufa, it's the very sacred statue. The Dragon God apparently grants special powers to those who use the statue to pray. If I pray here, my allies' max MP will increase. Time to pray. Here we go, then. Who we're going to pray for? Let's do Yufa. Alright, then. Let's close our eyes and pray silently in our hearts. Shut to the Dragon God. I pray that Yufa further received its blessing. You seem like you were praying fervently. Perhaps your prayers will be answered. I felt a strange power beginning to flow elsewhere. I believe Yufa's max MP increased. Turn to the group with Galka.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp, just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
Indeed.
We should reach the city by the day after tomorrow. I feel the temperature dropping ever since we made landfall. I bet it'll be pretty cold in Albury.
Pardon me, but...
Oh, Will. Are you free at the moment? I just finished meditating, and I'd like to talk with you a bit, if you don't mind. We're recalling the past and planning for the future with UFO. Maybe I can hold my imagination. I feel confident in my imagination, and maybe there's more to it be gained too. Not right now, because I don't think... I see. Another time, then.
Pardon me, but...
Oh, no. Not right
I
now.
wanted to say...
I overclicked. The thing is, I tried talking because we have seen sometimes, you know, we get follower conversations. I wanted to see if it was a moment like that.
What do you want to
Dragon
do?
God, I'm not reading this again because I don't want to make too many of the same lines. And this time we'll do Juno.
Then...
To the Dragon God, pray that Juno may receive his blessing. You seem like you're praying fervently. Perhaps your prayers will be answered. I feel strange power beginning to flow elsewhere. I believe Juno's max MP increased. Turn back to the group.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It would seem that...
We now stand among the mountains. I have long gazed at the peaks of Montero from the island, but I never imagined I would see them close. Albury perhaps remains cold year-round, so quite accordingly, its people have perfected the art of the piping hot stew. And it's time for it's home to the foremost opera house in the kingdom. As well, I suppose that will be the stage of our competition with Louise. Let's keep our hopes high. There's some tall mountains on the horizon. Let's make sure our preparations are complete by tomorrow, right? Night.
Alright then.
And the lounge! More mana! I'm doing this because I feel like I'm going to use a lot of their power. Because, like, Juna is perfect with combo with you. Gives them the fire weakness, and then she hits for the weakness. Then let's close our eyes and pray silently in our hearts. Oh shit. Nope, not reading this again. She's got more MP.
Come look at this.
Oh, you lot aren't going to believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The Gauntlet Runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff, a bluff so tremendous it fills one's vision. Its massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation, none can say. Oh.
Absolutely incredible. I've heard of sheer cliffs before, but I never imagined something like this. Indeed, falling off that precipice would be unfathomably terrifying and exhilarating, I imagine. Makes me want to scream. I don't know why, but it suddenly want to scream out into the distance. Damn bone-faced sancted scullions! God, why, what's gotten into you? My, that was rather pleasing. It's quite refreshing, you know, to pull your voice from the very bottom of your gut and yell in such a manner. I'm reminded of the time you were all yelling before me. It was a rather terrible experience, I admit. But if I may, I would like to try my hand at this yelling.
Listen!
Never again shall I sleep in a roach-infested inn. I feel you. You there. How amusing. I would like to try screaming as well. What's the matter? I fully intend to do it, but the words just won't come out at all, and this girl is just too charming. Never change, love. Well, does anyone else have something to yell about? I sensed the gazing off of the cliff's edge and being filled with an unexplainable urge to scream and somehow brought my wisdom. I love the somehow. Somehow. I just want to know what he would yell. The wisdom of my opponent will become my strength. We get Magala since we're maxed out.
As for me...
I suppose it's old Nearsa's turn. I prepared a list of complaints that I wish to recite to you all on a daily basis, and... rather chilly out here, isn't it? We should head back before we all catch a cold. Yes, we shouldn't allow ourselves to spend too much time on these distractions. Nearest got cut off. But I must scream! Sadly, I should not scream. I have neighbors. As always, I've drawn this place here. Keep Nurse's picture as a souvenir of our journey.
The Gauntlet Runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the Gauntlet Runner can provide.
Arrive by this time by tomorrow. We have only a limited amount of time left to enjoy these quiet moments. Once we get to Albury, well, you know what's going to happen. Nobody's got a link then. These two are still at 3. Well, we have maxed out a lot of our links. The power of architect, I hear the voices of the past hero souls. Thou art one who walks a path none have walked before. To become the true king of this land, thou must wield an impartial gaze. Fixate not on the one road, but interact with the multitude of hero souls. Tournament's down to just a few strong candidates, but remember, Luis is our ultimate goal.
Alright then.
And let's back to the lounge for more mana.
What do you want to do? Well then...
Shadow of the Dragon God. I'm not reading these lines because I've read them enough, and honestly I will probably read them again next episode, but you see these lines, and I really do not want to keep repeating the same thing over and over to bore you guys.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's nearly time.
There's limited ways further until we reach Albury. The sea is likely abuzz with activity related to Saint's Day. What if Luis is already there? Sooner or later we'll have to handle Dracodius over him. We must wonder what the brothers will tell him of our time on the island. Help they will leave out any unnecessary details. You must have stand tall and be confident. If you have to sell a lie, then look straight in the eye and say every word like you truly believe it. Tonight we would deliver the lines to Louise. It's the last time we'll be able to relax for a while. Once we arrive, we'll be jumping right into it. Can't blame you for feeling nervous. After all, we know what's coming.
Alright then.
Alright, to the lounge once more.
What do you want to do? Well then.
And for those who wonder why do I want to do something other than the lounge, I like to get more MP. Because again, Juna and Yufa is a pretty good part of my strategy is Juna giving them a weakness and Yufa hitting that weakness. Or me hitting it since I have Seeker's Flame and Wind Vortex.
Nira speaking.
So Nearest, I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short step down. Another one?
Before Altabury's mountains, the Gauntlet Runner sets upon the murky graveyard. The colossal bridges overhead are an impressive sight. During the Annex War, this land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
Damn, a graveyard.
Just look at it.
Whoa, these bridges are... That's what you're looking at? Also, why does that look like the Golden Gate? Or why? I don't know why that's making me think that. It's an area defined by its numerous values. The bridges connected the flatlands and increased the amount of places in which many people live. Ah, that makes sense. These bridges would fall in battle. Those people didn't isolate. Yeah, it's very fascinating, but have you looked at what's directly in front of you? Those are the bones of people, aren't they? I mean, I really wish they should have noticed that beforehand. They're the remains of those who fell during the Annex War. This was the site of a fierce battle. The dead were left to the elements, denied the dignity of a proper burial. This land is tragic. War is tragic, and we shouldn't disrespect the fallen here. And yet you guys were talking about bridges. Indeed, I can't bear to think of something on this scale happening again. It brings me no pleasure to see it, yet it is valuable to experience the cold reality of battle beyond the legends and the tales of valor. Carve this memory into your hearts. That is why the maglet that drifts from this place carries such an oppressive weight. I can feel the sadness and regret of those whose lives came to an end here. It feels as though my wisdom has deepened after considering those who have found their eternal rest here.
All right.
The wisdom of home will become my strength.
Hey.
Something wrong, Nearest? Your face has gone blue. There's a shadow behind you. Behind you, Nearest, I just saw. Do refrain from doing that again. Things of this matter are not my forte. Why, Nearest, I'm surprised you put any stock in scary stories. You're a more gentle soul than I gave you credit for. And we actually haven't seen Nearest freaked out by anything since Sin Martyria. Too true, too true. Before all else, I am a delicate flower.
Well then.
Well then, shall we make a quiet departure, as not to arouse the dead?
That's my fault.
Sort of made such a fuss. I would like to give those who died a proper send-off, and drew this with that in mind. Take this with me so I don't forget the people whose life came to end here.
Altabury Heights, capital of the Principality of Montario, the eastmost country annexed into the Kingdom of Uchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
Ooh,
The seat of
cutscene.
sanctism, Altabury. Truly, I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus Scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
I mean, she's probably been there quite a few times.
We're here at last.
We decided to present Luis with Dracodius, Lance of the Dragon God, for his gauntlet runner, the Charteris. Let's hope he doesn't find out the lance is a fake. Yeah.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
Sometimes it's hard to remember that's a lance. No, I don't have the
I am called
auto on.
Refantazio, priestess of the island.
I
For
always
personal
want to say.
reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
You do not detest me?
I owe my life to them, and I understand they operate under your guidance.
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Forden. Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raise their village to the ground. The Caradrius' batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
Damn.
What?
Why are you surprised? At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
You're...
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work in spite of your wound. Take care of yourselves.
Damn.
Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day Festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the second day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
This is where Forden dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Luis, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to share.
Well, I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's ship-shape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation. Soon, Forden's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's
Do you
festivities
really think we're gonna
will be
do
a
that?
grand show indeed.
It seems the lance passed muster. Eurus is a peerless craftsman, if not else.
Yufa, are you okay?
He would have destroyed my home. How could he suggest such carnage with not a shade of guilt? I was sure that deep down, all people are inherently good at heart. Now, you made it sound like you were bound to kill him at any cost. And now I understand why.
I see. Then let's get back on track and go find ourselves an inn. You've got more supporters now. I dare say we'll find better lodging than we could before.
I wouldn't be so sure. This city's in the palm of Forden's hand, and we're the ones who humiliated him during the exhibition.
All the same, we're about to do something big. To be honest, I'll take anywhere, so long as I can stretch out.
Let's set up camp right here.
Here's as good as any spot to make camp.
Why? That's worse than staying in the runner.
And amusing.
Then
This is in
why don't
Pokemon.
we look for an inn run by a Mustari?
I thought this city was the seat of the church.
In times before the church, it said many diverse faiths and teachings took root in this city. That's why Montario is the only mainland nation that trades with the islands.
Indeed. My grandfather often said that until his generation, the only prominent building of the Sanctus Church was that opera house. Though the prevailing story now, of course, is that Sanctism reclaimed this land from malevolent pagans.
Either way, I'm certain there should be quite a few Mustari who feign conversion and live in seclusion.
If one of these Mustarians really exists, it may work in our favor. Let's look for it.
Alright, let's go find an inn.
Speaking of...
And then it is for the Mustari Inn we seek, then I know one in the center of town called the Skyward Tavern. I wonder if we'll find a Skyward Sword there. If I recall it being rather pleasant with a very little that would point into its Mustari roots. It was on De Franco Street. Brr, it's so cold, even, at least Hulkenberg is in no armor. Can we get going before he freezes, though? Onto my sword! Which reminds me, has anyone here, who here saw the Nintendo Direct? Anybody? I'm on a sword. I'm on a sword, surfing, flying around.
Right. My money's on Santa Alexander's crown now. You're not serious.
How grand. How grand.
Aha. Proper races.
Yeah, amazing.
This way, this way.
Oi. Aha.
Welcome.
But
wait.
Would have been a use for the knight and a usually.
You perhaps the candidate who brought Joanna the Sanctoress to confess?
No, I don't have
one
one.
glance, and you knew. Listen, we just...
I don't care if you did the deed or not, but please take your business elsewhere. I'm sorry, but I have my own reputation to think about.
You follow Sanctism's teachings?
You? A Mustari who wears no mask?
I'm Euphazia. I'm the priestess of Verga. No, of Etria.
The priestess? Impossible. The island priestess would never leave the village behind.
I have my reasons, but I wish to see the outside world that I might better protect our island. I have no proof, but...
You would raise another tribe to the throne.
'Tis a longer story than we've time to tell. We only wish to avoid a tyrant's reign. Yet 'tis not from our own ambition that I speak so. The throne belongs to one truly worthy.
But if you insist, we will leave.
It's just... You look so like the priestess before you, I can't just turn you away. Fine. You can stay here, as long as you don't make trouble for me.
Thank you. I suppose it is easier to understand each other without the masks in the way.
Not all of us mainland Mustari hate the Sanctus Church. We'd rather preserve the peace we have. And, well, it's a sorry excuse for an innkeep who turns away travelers.
Thank you. We're in your debt.
Oh, look, they've got food and booze here too.
Are you even old enough to drink?
Between fewer bucks. Perfect.
It seems they have an imitation of the island spring here. We can bathe. I should invite Juno when she's back.
Bathe? You'd be mad to hope a hot spring replica could take the edge off this chill.
Cold or not, there's nothing more refreshing than bathing. Would you care to join us?
I should think not. For reasons too numerous to count.
Why?
Anyway, strategy meeting. Let's get on with it.
So we seek to assassinate Luis. A difficult task. But you look to have an idea. Let's have it.
First, the when. Under normal circumstances, We'd want to get him on the move. Maybe walking through a crowd while he's got less guards. That would be the plan. But unfortunately, that'd only work if he was someone with common sense. Someone without combat ability. Or someone who'd want to avoid collateral damage. And that isn't Luis. Worst case, he uses civilians as shields while more of his personal guard catch up. And things go sideways before we can get it done.
But once he's inside the Opera House, he'll have a security detail at his beck and call. Even if we can sneak in, getting to him.
If we can't target him in transit, and we've practically zero chance of getting close to him, that leaves us with only one option.
Oh, shit. Attack from a distance?
Attack from a distance.
Exactly.
A bow and arrow isn't gonna do much good, right? It needs to be the lance.
Of course. So, what if we threw the lance? Pierced him through from a distance? Yufa, as the priestess, you can command the lance to return to you if it's far away, right?
You would have me use that power in reverse to cast it out instead.
According to Juna, the ceiling of the Opera House has a chandelier big enough to support a person. From above, we'll target Luis in the royal box seats.
You realize the entire audience is below that lighting? A stunt like that would get us noticed instantly. Wait, are you suggesting we do this during the show?
Luis would be distracted. It's the best opportunity we could ask for. Besides, with Yufa there, we can even recover the lance easily.
Hold a moment. I would need to launch it like an arrow. Such distance and such speed would require incredible focus. I don't think I could do it while aiming.
Then just concentrate on the sheer mental force of it. Someone else can take over the role of actually throwing.
This gambit is sounding more far-fetched by the moment. But we also can't afford to wait for another opportunity.
There is no other opportunity. Luis
That's
intends to
both
kill
pressing
Thornton during the
and
festival.
scary.
That means if we do nothing, the fake will be exposed, and so will we.
Indeed. Once our betrayal is made plain, we will never find a way to draw close to him again. This will likely be our first and last opportunity.
But who's actually going to do the throwing?
I'd rather leave it to you. With the royal magic protecting you, it's less likely that we'll fail this, even with interference. And besides, laugh, if you like. I know it sounds silly, but I really do believe you have the power to change fate itself.
Indeed. Everyone here knows that firsthand.
I feel the same. If I can trust you to do it, then I should be able to do my part as well.
Will you do it, Captain?
I always planned to.
Planned to from the beginning.
Right. I see. Well then. We're counting on you. On the day of, Juna will be at the venue ahead of us. We'll have her open the service entrance, and we'll infiltrate from there.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I want you to lure Luis's guards outside and cause a commotion while he's making the throw. I'm sure the Magnus brothers will be guarding the place too. Hulkenberg and I will secure the exit route in advance. Luis is a formidable foe. But we've overcome plenty of obstacles. Let's believe in the strength that got us this far. We can do this.
Or screw something up insanely and or see something go crazy. I want to go for the crazy.
Don't worry about it.
There's a lot weighing on your mind right now, but let's just try to get some rest and prayer for tomorrow. Get cold, even colder at night, so try not to get sick. That's the Dragon. It's the real Draconos. Isn't an ore the fake could never match. Tomorrow I'll have to use it too. Should call it a day and settle in for the night rest.
Good night.
Rest well.
What's wrong, Del? You've been quiet for a while now.
That lance they handed over, you think it's real? Can't say for certain, but I didn't feel any magla flowing through it. Can't see it exactly, but how do I explain it?
I know what you mean, though.
The Mustari got them third eyes that can see magla, right? Hard to believe they'd worship that thing as a relic.
Then maybe You think they made some kind of fake? Even in that short time on the island?
Shite. How'd they? Either way, we have to tell Lord Luis.
No need. He'll have noticed by now, most likely. Not like they're any real threat to him anyway.
Most likely? That good enough for you, brother? Del. You remember they talked all that helping anyone in need? Something like that anyway. Seemed proper daft at first. Seemed naive to act like that kind of thinking could actually fix all the broken, cruel, unjust shite in the world.
That's because it can't.
Well, yeah, obviously, but... what was it we actually wanted in the first place? Equality? Or justice? This lot's working towards a future, and God help me, I started seeing it. Maybe what they're fighting for is something better than what Lord...
That's enough, Baz. Joke or not, you'll get yourself killed.
But them not even helped you out a few times, Del. That really impressed me, like... I don't know how to say it, but... it was like a feeling I haven't felt since we started working for the Count.
You know Lord Luis plans to take Forden out during the Saints' Day festival. Neither of us can afford to get distracted right now.
Suppose you're right. Things are about to get messy.
It's a whole crazy situation.
So that is the side they serve. Let us teach them that even the best laid plans will go awry. Whether Fordens or our fallen kings. It was splendid entertainment while it lasted. However, the revelry ends here.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Haven't heard that in a bit. But still enough to put a shiver on them.
The Saints' Day festivities in Altabury will be kicking off very soon. On the eve of the festival, we'll be holding a dedication ceremony. On the church's authority, we'll be offering the gathered divine relics to God! And it sounds like the candidates had a tough time this go-around. Lots of new info coming in, even as I speak. From candidate Rudolph, a legendary nail, thought lost to history. From candidate Julian, can you believe it? Cloth garb said to have been worn by a saint. We've got artifacts of all kinds pulled from obscurity into the public eye. Archaeologists everywhere are positively vibrating, folks. But the news on everyone's lips is the announcement of Count Luis's unofficial participation. As a matter of fact, a candidate working under Luis has reportedly acquired a phenomenal divine relic from a mysterious and exotic island. Meanwhile, candidate Forden, too, may have claimed what is said to be the most glorious relic in history.
Of course the Sanctus would say that. I don't trust him.
Head-to-head competition between our top candidates? Only the coming days will tell.
So Luis has finally made his move. Won't take him that long to catch up, I bet.
Yes, but I also can't imagine Sanctifex Forden losing.
We're about to see a clash of giants. This will be no minor bout, that's for certain.
I'll definitely say class giant sounds cool.
Right. That's everyone. Let's go over the plan one last time. First, infiltration. Juna's got full rights to be in the venue, so she'll unlock the service door for us to sneak in.
When it's time, I'll call the guards outside. That'll be your window to sneak in.
Gallica, you, and Yufa. You three will head to the rooftop, where you'll get down to the chandelier.
When I start my solo on stage, the lights will dim. That should be enough cover to hide whatever you're doing.
Don't worry, I'll be with you.
As for us, it's just as I explained last night. Luis said destroying Yufa's home would have been a necessary sacrifice. Like mine. If power's all he thinks will change the world, then we'll use power to stop him.
Should we fail, though we may survive the ordeal, we will have no more leads to pursue. This will surely mark our final mission.
You know, I've been trying to keep from dwelling, but I can't help but think of Grius. Sorry to bring that up now.
Even I have my fears. But let us remember him only by his truest wish.
We'll make sure this succeeds. For a world without tyrants.
Well, see you at the show.
So begins our last mission, then. Let's get whatever we need to prepare and head over to the Opera House.
Right.
We'll finally settle the score with Louise. Be fine. I know you'll be able to do it. The Opera House is located at the highest point in the city. It will just be you and Yufa in there, so make sure you're both geared up for anything.
Now what am I to do?
All right, then.
Yeah, amazing.
Hello there.
How grand. How grand. That's not what I...
Ride soul. We're not just gonna waltz in the front door, are we? There's gonna be a service door nearby. Once the time comes, it will be up to the lady, up to Juna to do something about the guards by the service entrance. Well, then why do you make it look like I'm supposed to go this way?
Well, hello. Indeed, 'tis not so bad.
If I may.
That will be quite enough.
No.
Ah, closery.
You there?
Are you? Oh, sorry, but security is strict here. Not even the candidates can enter without a divine relic to dedicate. Well, we gave Luis the land, so I'm guessing getting the front entrance is out. Well, then how the hell do you want me to get in?
Indeed, 'tis not
You
so
said there's a service door, but here's the thing. I don't see any service door. Unless you're gonna tell me it's somewhere down here.
Hello there.
Did they tell you at the Blue Sky Bridge? Only those with permits are allowed on this road. Expanding the road to support the passage of gauntlet runners, which means you will be able to cross as soon as construction is finished. Mind you, that could take a few years. I honestly don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Hang on.
Don't go spacing out on me. We don't have any more time to dawdle. Let's get moving. Well, where am I supposed to go? I'm actually confused here.
Wonderful. It's you.
What's you? Made all the way to Montaro in one piece, did you? Not bad. Consider me impressed. But you know the competition in the tournament will only get more brutal from here on out, don't you? Tell me, have you seen Loveless yet? You best keep an eye on him.
I won't let it stand.
Check this out.
This is the service entrance. Juna's supposed to do something about the guards before the night of the performance. Want to wait until then? Let's wait. Ready to do this? From here on, it will just be you, me, and Yufa. We won't be able to contact the others. Make sure your equipment is where you want it to be before we set out. Need to make any changes? I'm ready to go. We're ready to go as we are. Alright, let's follow the path and wait here.
Got it.
Onward.
Nope. Forgot we had auto on. Alright, the guards have left their post. Juna has done her job admirably, and she has unlocked the service entrance for us as well. Let us enter and remain unseen.
Alright.
The Traceman's like a festival. This way should lead to the backstage. From here, we'll climb to the roof and then atop the chandelier. I'm en route to the auditorium just on the other side. I'll have to lure those brothers out somehow. Stro and I will secure an exit with all speed. We'll split up from here. Let's do our part and regroup. Good luck. Okay, let's get going.
All right.
Alright, let's start the operation. We need to get up there on the chandelier and be in position before Juna finishes singing. When we get to that chandelier, we need to first reach the roof. That's right, Juna laid it out for us. We head backstage and we should be able to go up from here. Understood. Let us be on our way then.
First?
Charge! Today, we are assassins.
Look.
Here's the door leading backstage. We should be able to access the roof from in there. What's up with this guy standing in front of the door muttering something? Has something happened, do you think? Oh, bollocks. Did I drop it somewhere? Hey, is something wrong? No, it seems I dropped my key somewhere and now I can't open this door. All times it has to be when we're busy beyond belief. I guess we'll have to go get the spare. Damn, you move so slow. You left. Now we have to get a locked door to deal with.
Actually...
That man works here, I suppose, and he dropped his key. So finally we'll get our hands back on track, our plan back on track. Let's scour the area. We might ask the patrons about the key in such a crowd, someone is bound to see it. I heard from the roguish crier. Did you really go all the way to the pagan islands for a divine relic? The crier said you found something amazing on the island, but he's just spinning tall tales, is he? Or was there? The monk army seems to be on high alert today. They've even brought guard dogs along. Perhaps it's because Luis is here. But the royal magic would prevent any sort of assassination, would it not?
Speaking of which...
Heard the rumors about you. They say you killed a sea monster outside the heaven, which means the evidence brought to the exhibition was fake. Huh, and Elda's spitting in the church's fate. You're an interesting fella. Can't go that way. It's not here. Damn, where did I drop it? What did you drop?
Why is this happening?
Seems like a string of some sort.
Honestly.
Maybe we can't go pick around every little thing while we're on a mission to assassinate an autocrat. Perhaps it will probably be useful. Let us hold on to it for a moment.
Why is this happening?
Seems like a small gold tooth. Gold. How did something like this end up on the floor? Someone got punched. Our search is yielding more particular items than keys. Loveless, that puerile, topless buffoon, yet he refrains from dropping out of the race. Pauperesses are a foolish tribe to begin with, but the longer that man remains, the bolder they grow. How irritating.
What is it?
Do you have some business with me? I'll have you know that I will not be swayed by an elder candidate. I proudly support Rudolph and his vision of a Rusarant rule. Besides, wouldn't you say there's something rather alluring about such a severe man? This happens to appears to be a silver necklace. Well, that's a nice necklace. It might be important. Which it belongs to someone around here. But, ooh. Sure does Emmons Forden has acquired such a magnificent divine relic. With that, his victory is all but assured. Perhaps, but I have no doubt Luis has something up his sleeve. To achieve such success at his age, we can count him out. Probably hideous without my tooth. This is a disaster. Didn't we pick up a gold tooth earlier? Can't imagine it belongs to anyone else. Hand over the gold tooth. Oh, my tooth. You spot in my distress and thought to satisfy it. Didn't you? I'm safe. Now I can socialize without appearing to be some gap-filled yokel. Thanks. Take this key. I picked it up in the corridor earlier, but I couldn't risk telling the attendant with a gap in my teeth. Can you imagine? You may get a reward if you return it. Oh, but don't worry about me. I'm fine now that my smile can shine. Haha. Hey, this is the key we've been looking for. Yes, we found it. I feel like our reward seems more like an errand, but all's well that ends well. I guess let's go try this key out. We've got a key.
I've done it now.
How long does it take to change? This place going to start soon. Does something matter? You seem rather troubled. That dancer won't leave the dressing area. I left my script in there and I need it back. Appears to be blocked. You know Sanctus Fortin's divine relic? Apparently Master Gideon's harassed some pagans to get it for him. Well, mind your word choice there. It originally belonged to the church, so he's got them to return it is all. Appears to be blocked. What again, really? I'm sorry, I'm a bit occupied. I can't find my precious necklace. I've searched everywhere and I still can't find it. Suppose it's possible I dropped it in the hallway. Have you seen a silver necklace? I lost it and it's really important to me. The necklace we picked up, perhaps it's theirs? Let's check with them. And over the silver necklace. Oh, this is it. You found it. Thank you so much. My beloved gave me this necklace. We're unable to see each other right now. In case, I want to give you a reward. How about this? An exclusive preview of the Saints Day play script. Theater script. I hand over the theater script. You got it from me? I'm safe. I don't have much to give as thanks, but please take this. Here's Leaf of Light. I'll take it.
Why is this happening?
There's probably more of a trade quest around thing with this, but this is all we got. I used the rear entrance key. It is open. We can finally proceed. This goes backstage, where we should be able to reach the roof. Are you ready? Let's go. Alright, let's take a peek inside. Just careful we don't get caught.
Check this out.
Look at that curtain. We should be able to go backstage from there. I guess it makes sense there are guards. Not many though. Should we just push through? It'd be a great risk. If we draw attention to people, we will not shake it easy. Good point. I wish we had a sure way to fire plan for this.
What?
Huh?
What?
Why is it so dark all of a sudden? What's happening? What's wrong with the lights? Couldn't happen a worse time. We can't have this ruining the Saints Day festivals.
So apparently...
That takes care of that.
What?
Good job, Stroll. Stroll, so the lights... I asked Holdenberg to do it. They won't be in the dark forever. So get moving while you can. That was a great help. Thank you. Once the exit route is secured, Holdenberg and I will regroup with you. The rest is up to you, Will. Let's sneak through while the lights are out. Follow me.
The future is uncertain.
What? Backstage passive lights are out? Yes, it was just reported. We have already fixed the issue. We can't figure out how it happened. Either a simple accident or... Leave I charge you with security of the venue. I presume everything is in order? Rest assured, Your Eminence, I will have it investigated immediately.
Understood?
Increase security. Call in the reserves, too. You can't be too careful. Not even the rats get through. Yes, sir, as you wish.
Good grief.
Air's getting a bit thick in here. The big leagues seem to have a lot on their hands. It's keeping order. Well, I suppose that's my cue. Ooh. Balkan's got a plan for us? Now, at long last, we'll come to the highlights of the festival. That dedication ceremony for the divine relics will begin very soon.
Take a look.
Over here are the only competitors fierce enough to have survived the first round and gotten their hands on a relic.
At last.
Here's cheering. It sounds like it's getting underway. They're probably going to have some officials do a primo for a while, then we'll start the actual dedication. June is set to sing after that. We'll need to be on the chandelier by then. Get into any fights, they'll target Yufa first, since you're protected by their little magic. Make sure you keep an eye on her, Will. We'll have to be smart about this. The plan won't work without you or Yufa.
Let's hurry.
Now there's a trick to this one, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't care to do it.
Hey, we found something.
Alright, how's that?
Looks like they found us.
Especially when we're getting into moments like this anyways.
If it's useful, I say grab it.
Who's there?
Someone's back here. You weren't that Elva candidate. We got caught right away. Now we got no choice but to force our way through. Must have been you who cut the lights. Dogs of Luis, you won't wreck Saints Day on my watch. Careful, the royal magic protects him, but he'll surrender if we kill his allies. Aim for the Mustari girl. So we're doing it this way. If Yufa falls, the mission fails. Be careful.
I can do this. Come forth now.
This is the end. We're counting on you, Yufa.
Disgrace the Sanctus way.
And Secret Flame. Boom. Talking about trying to kill my friend. Bitch, please. You couldn't kill anyone. And we got an emerald. Sometimes I'm tempted to replay Emerald just to see if I could play like an emulator and break the game. Let's face the dog. No, got my way right through.
What?
Nice.
No.
That should come in handy.
No idea if this is the right way. Legendary, I'm just getting items. Cut them down! Too bad about the others, I'm not getting any of this XP. Sweet, sweet XP.
Breathe a little easier now, I think.
Let's do it.
No, there's 3 now. What the? Where'd you come from? Did you feed the guards below? Yes. So we don't have time. Let us through or we'll make you. Take not one step further. The Theocracy monk army will be respected. The elder is a candidate. He will be shielded by the royal magic, so aim for the Mistari girl first. We've come too far to fall here. Let's go, Will. Summon Gargoyle.
It is your turn! Remain focused. I've done it!
You disgrace the Sanctus way.
Seeker's Flame. Damn, even the one who resists died to that. This shows how strong we are. So I think you should all the guards. Let's head for the roof.
Well, now this is unbelievable! Sanctifex Forden's relic appears to be a
Holy Grail.
colossal chalice. I'm told it's believed to be an ancient artifact called a Holy Grail.
Where's Saber when you need him?
Relic to put
Need her.
all others to shame.
God, that means where can I stream the rest of Strange Faith?
The pagans looted this from the church's vaults in antiquity. God, in his omniscience, is said to have imbued it with his essence, giving it the power to make wishes come true.
And how did such a glorious relic come into your hands?
We simply preached his holy works and spread the teachings. Mutual dialogue was what won the day. Through guided prayer, anyone can be saved, and we may see God's blessing in all things.
Just incredible! But if anyone could do it, it's Sanctifex Forden!
I think it's obvious whose doing it is.
I suppose that marks His Eminence Forden as the sole winner. Even to an amateur's eye, no other relic could compete.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Sanctifex Forden! Now, continuing on!
Wait, Forden was last to present? That's not right. We've not seen Luis yet, or the island team.
Is there an issue?
No. I think we're finally having a show end without incident. After all,
Man, what's
these
that line?
were originally Sanctus relics anyway.
Well, it looks like that's all the divine relics our candidates found across the land. The top-ranking faces will be announced during tomorrow's festivities. And now, it is my
Like someone got
distinct honor
skipped.
to present a one-act opera for a Saint's Eve to remember. chamber. Please, join me in welcoming the diva herself, Juna, for a performance of the opera's opening piece. Ladies and gents, enjoy!
Well, Louise, rumor has it you found yourself quite a relic. Then why are you so reluctant to present it? No matter. The race's outcome is beyond your meddling now. Victory is mine.
We made it to the roof, just in time.
Let's hurry.
You get down to the chandelier from that building. Hurry.
Finally.
Go, go, go.
We're here. I think we can get down onto that massive chandelier hanging from the ceiling.
Our escape route is secure. We should be able to flee undetected.
Good. Everything's going according to plan so far, but time's running out. From here on, it's all up to him.
All will be fine.
We can do it.
Okay. It's finally time to end this. Juna's song is about to start.
I do find it weird that Gallica switches into that alpha when you remember she doesn't fight. She's barely present during the fights.
Fire calls its name, fly to the flame, burning as free as it can be. Out there, deep and dark in the valley mid.
Focus. I can only get one shot at this.
Fearing in my soul what I can't control. I can't close my eyes to the sunrise. From the shadow of the dark, fingers brush my neck with a remark.
You can do it well. Go, Will, go! That's also a weird one. Like, where the hell does she have it? Damn, got him on the shoulder.
We got him, right?
And nobody noticed that.
Hey, the lance! Hurry!
What's going on? Is there something blocking it?
Ladies and gentlemen, what an
Damn.
honor! That was our
And no one still knows what's going on.
Moving right along.
It didn't work. Come back.
Hail!
Is it done? The lance should have hit him, but we can't get it back.
Taking that into account.
There's some sort of interference. Luis is doing, no doubt. The lance struck true. Is he slain or not? He should be dead. If that's the case, why would the lance not return? No use thinking on it now. We've done all that we can. For the moment, at least, let's get out of here. The longer we stick around, the worse it will be.
Hurry!
Run!
Why do you dawdle? Did you get him?
I love it, no one knows.
The lance. Should we withdraw to retrieve it, or make our escape?
Lost a lance? Perhaps it's...
Damn, he survived!
At last your allegiance is laid bare. And if this lance wounded me, then I take it the one you provided me was a mere imitation. If you know what the lance is capable of, then surely you understand the situation. Your last hope is gone.
No.
It seems a shame to kill you, but I'm afraid you've gone too far.
Damn.
I have no intention of surrendering, nor of wavering in my convictions. That being said...
This was an impressive throw.
I will allow you some final words, if you have any.
Say it!
I see your performance has come to an end, June.
Yes, the curtain falls. I'm no longer your songbird to keep caged.
So, you too stood...
Come on. He's ready to listen, so say it. You know there's something he needs to hear.
She was staring fiercely, prompting my words. The lance has fallen to Luis's hand. We no longer have a means to counter his attack. There's still hope. If we are to even the odds, there is one thing I can say. I challenge you to a duel.
Luis, I challenge you to a duel.
Ah, the very words I was waiting for. You really have done your research. In truth, I intended from the start to entertain such a challenge. I confess it's been a long time. Perhaps a real contest is what I've craved. This competition is little more than child's play. So be it. It has been a long time indeed since anyone drew my blood. I will end your life with my own hands.
Then it's to be a direct confrontation after all. As though it was fate all along.
A duel makes the king's magic powerless, which means this trinket is no longer necessary.
Just throws the lance. Honestly, not a good move.
How do you declare yourself?
He who triumphs over evil. I am will, and evil shall break before me.
A would-be assassin preaching moral superiority. Very well.
Nah, I'd rather be an assassin than a Templar.
The truth is yours to decide.
You heard me, bitch.
My name is Luis Guiaburn. I am the rightful king, he who will forge anew this unworthy country into a utopia. Attack in any number, wield any weapons. But fight with your very lives. If you live by a creed, show me its strength.
Do you really want to see my creed? It's an assassin's creed. He's setting me up for all these ones. Sorry. Actually, Stroll will let you stay. Holtenberg, you're out. And Juna, I will keep in. Why is she always in the back? Ah, whatever. Venture forth!
Go ahead. Have at me. An attempt on the life of Luis Guiaburn is a folly most cannot afford.
Even Luis can't fight at full strength ever. That direct lance wound.
Let's fight with all we have, Captain.
Your tyranny ends here.
I will make an end of you here.
I should expect no less by a duel's code. So be it. Allow me to even the score.
This is our mission. We'll see justice done, here and now. I can do this.
Damn, not the one I wanted to start with, but... seriously. Yeah, let's go for a direct.
It is your turn!
Don't underestimate me.
Means I'm gonna run out of attacks for this turn. Thought I'll be able to finish him off.
Going for the weak spot. Great job, Juna. Now
this is strength. Come, accept my challenge. I strike to kill. I strike to kill.
Royal Flash.
Stroll, they got you with multiple ailments.
I won't hold back.
And what we're waiting for is the Seeker's Flame.
That's your opening, Captain.
Thunderblade.
Here I go.
Oh, it's too gargoyle this time.
The enemy still stands.
Interesting.
And you know what? Crimson Flame again.
I underestimated you.
Glad we didn't get the unstained triumph, but whatever happens, happens. We did get a lot of level up. Let's increase our strength and magic.
I shall rise.
Excellent. Tremble before me.
I am most certainly stronger than I was.
Lord Luis, do not interfere!
You falter even now.
But you know what to do. So I'm guessing it literally wasn't working to call the back for
Not enough, I'm afraid.
back. Like he's holding it or something. Hey, why would you turn around? That one was just asking for trouble.
A fine blow. You've surprised me. But why? Why are you so intent on killing me?
You of all people should know the answer.
I see now. You were the intruders looking for the formula, I take it. And yet, you have achieved nothing.
What do you mean?
Wow, looks like Luis is done for.
Did we do it?
Lord Luis?
At long last, 'tis done. We have brought him to justice. The great, untouchable traitor, Luis Guillaburn, is dead.
Apologies. Things fell apart at the end, and I wasn't thinking straight.
Even so, the outcome is the same. We could not have triumphed.
I don't know what you failed there,
Everyone
Stroll.
Wait! It's good that we got him and all, but the lance...
Ah, yes! It went down with him.
This looks dire. He's fallen in the middle of the stage.
If Forden spies Luis's body run through with the lance, he'll realize its power in an instant.
Even should we save the prince, we'll regret it if Forden ends up with the lance. Yufa, can you call it up?
No, too late for that. It's already in the middle of the crowd. If we call it up and take it with no explanation, everyone will think us thieves.
Then what do you propose?
First, we need to establish that the lance is ours. Our offering for the ceremony. We'll have to take the stage and announce that ourselves.
Please wait. Do we reveal that we are the ones who slew Luis? Can we afford to declare that openly? We'd be telling your supporters you deceived them and your master both.
She's right! The audience has no idea what's going on! We'll just look like the bad guys.
It's okay. We set out to kill Luis, and the deed is done. Our only failure is in the spectacle we made of it. For now, we need to think of a way.
You're gonna make an assassination, might as well make it a spectacle.
You want to win their sympathy? What are you even planning to say?
I don't know, but we have to get on stage, now. If we don't explain ourselves fast, we'll never get a chance to.
Wait a minute! Hey!
I mean, the funny thing is, despite her freak out, I mean, they have to do something. They can't just continue staying like this.
I know that face. Was that Louise? Someone go and see to him. Is he truly dead?
Allow me.
Oh, that worries me.
Lord Louis, no. He's dead. He's gone.
Your Eminence, this was found offstage. Judging by his wounds, this must have been the murder weapon.
Lance. Is this the divine relic he sent his subordinates after?
His eyes are sightless. His heart beats no more.
But
the man is
I
dead.
think it's an aid, huh?
Without question.
You're absolutely certain.
I checked him thrice over. There can be no more doubt.
Louise, dead? And that can only mean this lance can pierce the barrier of the king's magic.
I apologize for the grotesque display interrupting tonight's performance. We are tardy in arrival, but the lance you hold is our offering to the ceremony.
What? You claim this lance? You mean to say you were the ones who did the deed?
This is as you say.
It is as you say.
God above! How do you justify this?
Years ago, Luis ordered my hometown destroyed. Hulkenberg, our ally before you, was herself a royal guard in service to his late highness. Even the songstress, Juna, aided us on several occasions. Above all else, we are a group who came together to try Luis for his crimes. Traitor and Kingslayer both. And to do that, we had to enter his company. We took no joy in disguising our true intentions, not from your eminence, nor the people. But today, finally, we have seen justice done. Luis has paid for his sins. And at last, at long last, my parents can rest in peace.
I had not realized you were such an actor. Or do you truly weep?
It's just hitting me now.
Okay.
We finally won.
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please.
That explains why the songstress was so often with Louise, as well as these brave misfits.
I understand. It all makes sense now. I had wondered why a member of the Prince's own guard would fall in with Luis. You have done well to execute the rebel. I'm sure that His late Majesty and His Highness must be pleased. And of course, the Sanctus Church recognizes your divine relic. Now we shall greet tomorrow's festivities with fresh peace in our hearts.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
You must be the Lady Hulkenberg. The day His Highness was attacked, I heard you fought harder than any other. Your blade even struck the back of the blackguard who did it. Of all his defenders, you came closest to avenging the prince. But where you fought him then, you triumphed today. In form and heart, you are a true knight. Is something the matter?
Oh, no. You honor me greatly, Your Eminence.
Now, this lance. The Sanctus Church will confiscate it for now. A lance capable of killing the tournament's candidates would only sow panic and chaos.
Yes. As you wish. We brought it as an offering anyway.
Indeed. You may step down now.
No, we handled that situation well.
Think you can just walk away, do ya? You
Oh,
owe us a moment
shit.
or three.
That got us up 3 ranks. I finally defeated my arch nemesis Luis. This should break the prince's curse.
So you lot were working against us from the start. And you right along with them, Lady Juna.
What was your motive? Why did you kill Lord Luis?
If this was truly a matter of justice and not simply petty revenge, then we owe it to them to explain why we've taken their guiding force. They deserve that much. Captain, do you not agree?
We no longer have a choice.
We no longer have a choice at this point.
Take heart. I do believe that what you've done is right.
Yes, but the time has come to make known our reason. We have sought to save the rightful heir to the throne, to break the curse afflicting His Highness the Prince.
What's that? The prince? He's dead, mate. Wait, he is dead, isn't he?
He's dead, all right. You lot will need a better story than that if you don't want to get cut open where you stand.
He had to be declared dead in order to protect him. Though he lives, he is bedridden, cursed by magic.
And the only way left to undo that curse was to kill Luis.
Those of us who wanted the prince restored formed a secret faction. And I was a spy in its service, trying to find out if we had any option beyond murder.
I cannot expect you to understand all this immediately. However...
You did this for the prince! His father, the king, was a coward! Puppet of Forden! It was because of him that this country rotted from the inside. And for his son! For his bloody, useless corpse of a son!
Hey!
Did you think his life was worth more than Count Luis?
Worth more? I thought you two hated when people tell you any life weighs more than another.
I myself have never met His Highness, nor do I know what sort of person he is. But I want to see the future these people believe in.
Despite our many differences of tribe and status, we still banded together. Through them, I saw the possibility of a world united.
Besides, when Luis talked about burning down my island, I thought I saw the shock and despair on your faces too.
Look, you two.
I mean, let's be honest. Luis might seem right. In any case, the guy was willing to go far too much.
Even the doubts. I know we'd be happy to have you.
Hold a moment. These two were Luis's right-hand men. I would advise against this.
No, their hearts are as loyal as any of ours. They but served another master.
Lady Juna. I guess you really were watching out for us. More than we ever knew. I couldn't protect Basilio when it mattered most. They put him through so much for their sodden igniter experiments, and now protecting him's all I've got.
Del.
Maybe it is time to step back. Get away from this bloody business. I guess this was all it took. Count Luis gave us a dream to fight for, but I suppose it was the kind that don't feel right after you wake. So, we're drifters now. Maybe we'll open up that restaurant after all, eh? We'll see you around, Lady Juna.
Look, I'm not the smart one, you lot know that, so I don't know whether to punch you or thank you. I've been this confused in all my life. Damn it, I just don't get it. Damn it. Oh, Del, wait! Don't you wander off like that? You mean all that about the restaurant, yeah?
Never could say what you were feeling. I'm sorry this was all I could do.
Ah, Captain, let us tarry no more. We must check His Highness's condition.
Yes, you're right! That should have lifted the curse!
Dun dun dun.
What's going on? The cursed thorns haven't disappeared.
But the caster is dead. Forden and his guard were sure to check Luis's body.
Calm down.
You know what that means.
We don't want to yell about this in public. Let's go back to the inn for now.
His Highness still suffers under the curse. But Luis is dead. I cannot fathom it.
Maybe we killed a fake. Like his body double. Or something. No. There's no way that wasn't Luis. We couldn't fight him in person and still be mistaken.
And Luis would have nothing to gain from faking his death, surely. After all, it put the lance in Forden's hands.
Knowing all that, might the curse have been cast by someone else entirely?
But that would
Dun dun dun.
We killed an innocent person, wouldn't it?
That bastard was no innocent. He destroyed my home. He murdered the king.
And he did murder the king. We do know that.
Old boy. But that's not why we were out to kill the chap. Eh?
But Nearest is already.
He said
also
it
right.
himself. That killing him accomplished nothing. Was it really true?
Yet he had the formula for the curse in his possession. Surely that marks his guilt?
Even so, there remains a modicum of doubt in the matter. Perhaps Luis was researching the curse for another reason. If he was framed,
Probably because... Yeah, I would say... There's no guarantee. He could have literally been trying to prove his name, and I just realized I'm not reading the lines. When she saw the formula, Rella did say it was only an outline, likely jotted from memory. So that could mean this wasn't a formula to begin with, just Luis's scratch work. Proof that he was looking for a way to prove his innocence.
But if it wasn't Luis, who else could have?
That night, His Highness the Prince was already fleeing when I arrived at the scene. I encountered the assailant as I sought to protect His Highness. I pursued and slashed across their back.
Right. I remember Forden mentioned something about that. Is there anything else you can remember?
Fie! No, I can recall nothing else. No other clues. Yet... no. 'Tis odd. I believe this is the first time I have recounted the particulars to anyone. I told the investigators only that I failed to capture the culprit. The shame of my failure kept me silent on the rest.
What? But just earlier, Forden said...
Yes, he told a story that none but the culprit could attest to. How does Forden know?
Forden was the culprit? Maybe the culprit told him?
He heard it from the culprit?
If so, then Forden could be one of the conspirators behind the attack, or perhaps solely responsible for it.
I say, you don't think Forden is the mastermind behind this whole blasted to-do? You do realize he's the sanctifex of the entire dashed Sanctus Church?
And we're kind of seeing the church isn't the best in this game.
It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion. If not for the matter concerning the king's magic, Forden's claim to the throne would have been unshakable.
Sounds like motive enough to want the prince gone.
We have to find out, even if it's remotely possible. Let's question Forden in person at the main festival tomorrow.
We'll need that divine lance.
Also, this has been a very cutscene
It's not
amount of
something we
game.
want in Forden's hands, especially now.
Hey, I'm going to go talk to my sister. She's bound to be somewhere in the city for the Saints' Day festivities. Sister, I should explain. All that fuss today was... well...
Is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything. We even explained ourselves to Ford's satisfaction. Actually...
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Ah, yes. Suppose you're right.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the king's protective magic. But I never thought you would be the one to strike Luis down. And that lance he presented. I take it that's why you went to Verga Island.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan. But at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Forden. What kind of man he really is.
Because, well, now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance. A man as powerful as him, well, you know how it is. We hear all kinds of nasty rumors swirling about. I'm just wondering if there's any truth to them.
Tuna, are you seriously trying to dig up dirt on Sanctifex Forden? On Saint's Day of all days?
Oh, loosen up a bit. You can't deny that people talk, and God knows they always have. Especially about the night of the attack. Asking how anyone could sneak into the castle, let alone get to the prince. Whether some official ordered the assassination. Remember when those rumors started? Father was on edge for days. I remember even when I hadn't said anything, he'd scold me and send me away. I don't suppose you ever heard if there was any truth to that. Sorry. I don't mean to dance around it, so it's just not an easy thing to ask about. I was talking with one of our allies, Hulkenberg. She said Forden mentioned something he couldn't have known, unless he was actually there, the night of the attack. Unlikely as it is, if it turns out Forden was involved, she won't suffer him being crowned. She'll be out for vengeance. And you're the eldest daughter of House Cygnus, a Sanctist family. The people would see you as an accomplice to a man who had a hand in killing the royals. I couldn't bear to let that happen. You don't deserve that. I need to know the truth.
Then, suppose His Eminence Forden were guilty of such sin. What would you do with him? With the Sanctist Church?
What do you mean?
Well, I was but a girl of only 12 years. I knew nothing about the inner workings of the crown theocracy.
Sister? What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. If a tad overworked. All these new developments and tragic events. I'm just run a little ragged, that's all.
Sister.
I'll be fine. Really. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. If I am to be the people's saint, I must be strong enough to play the part. Maybe I'll hold off on the harder drinks today, just to be safe. It's been a long time since we could spend some simple time together like this. It's like we're just two sisters visiting Montario for the holiday.
Yes, they're sisters. Adopted, but
I'll
sisters.
see you again soon.
About that.
Brother won't talk, then we'll have no choice but to pry the truth out of Forden tomorrow.
Let's rest.
I'm sure you got a lot on your mind, but I can tell you're tired. Let's just rest up and be ready for tomorrow. And because I have no idea if the next episode is going to be a long one, I'm going to do a quick save here. Or not the next episode, the next cutscene is going to be long. I'm going to do a quick save here. Worst case, we'll start over from right here. Call it a day and settle in for the night.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, let's get this year's Saints' Day Festival of Montario underway. We will begin with a few words from His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden.
Looks like Dracodios hasn't left his side.
Today is a day of great celebration. A day to offer up our thanks to God. But first, an announcement. Luis is dead. The royal family's murderer has been put to justice. Now much of the kingdom's trust lies with me. Even this king-defying lance is safe in my hands. I would not see further bloodshed in endless, futile conflict. Is it not past time for reconciliation and open dialogue as a newly forged nation?
He's talking as if the race is already over. What about deciding the winner?
All but a formality now, isn't it? His Eminence has the overwhelming majority on his side. Better to establish peace now and crown Sanctifex Forden.
No. He would end the tournament here and now.
So he's just going to call the race while he's ahead? How convenient.
I mean, it makes the most sense.
Not this tournament.
Forden
That's also true.
by that when he had Luis to compete with. If he ends this while he's this far ahead, we won't be able to reverse it.
Oi! The game's not over yet, you cocky bastard! We only seek to submit to the will of the people. Though you would be wise to quit the race with all speed.
Forden
But they ain't over yet.
Then we will finally have peace! Hail His Majesty Forden! Long live His Majesty Forden!
Damn him. The people already believe him the victor. Tournament won or no, his dominance will soon be unshakable.
Let's go. We reclaim the lance, now!
Now? Are you out of your mind?
If he's going to keep it close to hand, we'll never have a chance to swap it out. We'll have to take it by force.
It's too dangerous.
Isn't it too dangerous? Better we risk danger than inaction. If we miss this chance, we may never get another.
Yeah, of course he was ready to attack us.
So you were after this lance all along? Loyalists indeed. How many more candidates must die by your hand?
His Magler is horrific, distorted. It's sickening.
What did you? How dare you, you pagan wretch! You would steal
Very
this
rude, man.
lance for your own vile ends. That alone is treason against the kingdom, you filthy assassins.
Assassins? Then we're in good company. That night, you were the one behind the attack on His Royal Highness. You framed Luis for your crime and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
Precisely the sort of baseless claims I'd expect from desperate sinners.
Baseless, is it? In that case, shall we produce proof of your treason?
You waste your breath. What do your words matter now? The royal family is gone. Luis is dead. Only I remain. And only I am fit for the throne.
Dude went crazy.
Traitor!
You call His Eminence a traitor? Preposterous! The Sanctifex is incapable of such deeds!
Damn, the crowd
Your Majesty
going crazy.
Forden, punishment to the disloyal. Charge these ruffians with your divine lance.
Literally telling them to kill us.
Behold, the flock has spoken. Those who defy me are to be executed. Before you die, know that I am in your debt for killing Luis and handing me the crown.
And I challenge you to a duel.
Del, what the hell's going on? I thought the prince's curse was supposed to be off.
It's clearly not. The prince's assassination, the whole lot. It was all the Sanctists. It was all that bastard pulling the strings from the start. Wait, is that...
You, identify yourself.
Oh, this is going to be a hell of a situation.
Who are you? We're at a
Expect these question.
Should we not be festive? I've come to meet you.
You can probably guess what's about to happen, and well, you can see his face.
Impossible. How could you have survived? Not that it matters. It falls to me to finish the job, then. Coming here sealed your fate. Hell awaits, and this time I'll make sure you stay there. Face your divine punishment, Louise!
Rip.
But why?
It appears your sins outweigh mine.
What have you done?
That lance is counterfeit. Just like you. This is the true lance.
You snake, Louise.
Well, he ain't king.
Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
No. Impossible.
No, pretty impossible. Pretty possible.
Nothing to see here. The festival is cancelled. Cancelled.
Say that without panicking, mate.
Lord Luis is alive. What's going on?
Good people, you have heard the truth with your own ears. Forden was the vile mastermind behind the prince's assassination. For casting his sins upon me, for seeking to usurp the throne, I have passed due judgment. A tainted Sanctifex is unfit to rule. What's the matter? You seem lost for words.
You came back to life?
You came back to life? You believe me resurrected? Even if I could defy death, I care nothing for the prospect.
Then how? How are you alive? Forden's own attendant confirmed your death.
Forden's attendant? You mean that fellow?
How are you alive?
Zorba?
Back at the Grand Cathedral, I ordered the dead to recover my body if the need arose.
I'd always intended for Forden to die by my hand. And the first step in his downfall was Zorba's infiltration.
Impossible. The lance pierced you through your very breastplate.
It did indeed. And frankly, I'm still impressed. Few could land such a decisive blow against me. But I'm afraid fate was on my side, not yours.
Mortal anatomy is my speciality. I knew at first glance that the wound was deep, but the heart was intact.
Also, does he look worse than he did before?
For far greater than this, so I devised a plan. I would proclaim his death and deceive both Forden and his flock. After that, it was simply a matter of magically regenerating his flesh overnight. Only a fool would expect him to die in such a place.
I could have emerged as soon as I'd healed. But where's the theater in that? Today is a day of celebration. The least I could do is offer a fitting death out of mercy.
Why'd you have the real lance? Wasn't it supposed to have gone to Forden?
Wee bit slow on the uptake, eh? I just told you, I was present for the inspection. It was hardly a difficult task to swap out your counterfeit.
So you knew the truth of it? No. Have you always been ahead of us? Ever since the moment we thought Zorba dead?
A holy lance, a convincing prop. What does it matter? Had I truly died, it would simply indicate that I was never fit for my ambitions. Power is the only true arbiter. Behold the proof. Forden lies dead. And the lance is in my hand, just as planned.
You let us do as we pleased, even knowing the risks. You're insane!
Indulge me a question. You stole the magic formula from me. Surely you soon learned that it was useless. That's why you then resorted to killing the caster. You were desperate to lift the spell. Is that not so? In other words, the curse's victim still draws breath.
He knew even that much.
You sought to kill me even amidst this competition, even with the difficulty of the king's magic in your way. So, His Venerable Highness the Prince survived. Where is he? Speak or die.
No.
Please, spare us!
No! Stop! Leave them be!
How quickly the Sanctus break rank and flee. Their flock left to die. This is Sanctism.
No! Stop him!
Move then! Good job, Will.
Out of the way!
What?
They're protecting the Sanctus.
Why?
Go! Run!
Come now.
Thank you. You protect them. Yet what value do they have to you?
It's not that! This is just strong! It's strong, me lord!
I see. So even you two faltered.
Damn, he's just so willing to kill one of what he considers his allies. Damn. Shit. What's weird is there was a lot of hints that Fidelio was going to be the new party member.
I get it now. Only fair thing in this world is power. With it, you can take whatever you want in this life. Or so I thought.
Tell.
But you know, if all the weak get left behind, who's left to protect them? I've been an idiot. Sorry about that.
Stop talking, Del.
They just were about to
I see it, you know.
be
Our little diner. Music in the
recruited.
air. It's grand. Look after Lady Juna.
Huh? Hey. Del? Del!
Pitiful. See what Brotherhood earned them.
Lord Louis. That's what it all comes down to for you, yeah? The strong are right, the weak are wrong. Doesn't matter what you were born into, there's fairness in that. We saw you as our own. We thought that if you had a proper strong fella on top, he'd be able to put a stop to all the meaningless discrimination. But we had it wrong. You're no ray of hope. It doesn't matter to you. Killing anyone, it doesn't make you feel unclean. You.
Not wrong.
You're the kind of cold-blooded bastards we hate more than anything!
Do not concern yourself with this peon, Lord Luis. With my newfound power, I shall tear them limb from limb.
This way! Guards, hurry!
Step aside. You have important work to do.
Hey! Seize the criminals who murdered His Eminence!
We didn't do it, but we should probably still run. Basilio, come with us!
Shut up! What about Tell? You saw what that bastard did to him!
Mate, it's not the time.
Let you die in vain.
Oh, so whatever
Your
happened to the
brother
spear?
didn't do this so you could get yourself killed. For now, please flee with us.
Shite!
Come, make haste.
Oh, welcome back. It went about as well as could be expected. We wanted something nicer for his grave, but they told us something like that's reserved for Sanctus tradition.
You can expect
He
little else.
literally
in our
died to protect some Sanctus and getting away with it.
apologize for not being present.
We've just gotten ourselves out of the public eye. If we had gone as a crew, worst case, we'd have been turned in.
I wish we could have mourned him at his home. It had to happen in the lap of the Sanctus Church of all places. I hear the Parapists typically prefer a more joyful send-off, with singing and celebration.
It's alright. Us soldier kids could never afford to be too picky. Telling you he couldn't choose where to snuff it. The fact that you were there, Lady Juna, that's enough for us.
Basilio.
Best to leave him be for a while. He's just lost the only family he had.
By the way, have you checked the Farsight mirror? The curse might be...
Unfortunately, it still hasn't lifted. Guess that means it was someone other than Forden after all.
But Forden brazenly admitted that he had been the mastermind. Luis was innocent of that crime, at least.
Someone must have cast it at Forden's command. Unless we can find and kill them in time. Damn it all!
We've more pressing problems at hand, don't we? Now Luis knows the prince is alive. Surely that's far from ideal.
The village is deep in the forest. It's not an easy place to find, even if you're looking. Going to the prince's side could be dangerous. So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But even if we sought the real culprit, we no longer have any leads to follow.
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should visit my sister again. She may have some insight on the Sanctus Church's past, but that's tomorrow's concern. As for tonight, we could all use some time to rest our hearts and minds.
Oh, look at you, kid. You look near dead yourself.
Tell? What?
Seems you made it out in one piece, though.
Are you alive? But back there, you... Don't tell me you pulled some bloody trick. Just like Luis. Bloody hell, Tell. I thought I...
Basilio, sorry. From here on, you're taking the lead.
But why? I can't without you. Tell, I only made it this far because I followed you.
I'm not crying.
Don't give me that.
I'm not laughing at this.
You're the strong
Someone,
one.
I saw something
Me,
that
I
just
never
made
knew
me laugh,
where I
but
was going.
damn.
Basilio, protect the weak. Swear you'll do it, not for me, but for yourself. If you can do that, I'll always be with you.
But like I said, like there's some hints that Fidelio is going to be the new party member,
well,
but I can kind of see where
one's
it's more
goodbye for
obvious
now.
it's going to be Basilio.
You ready?
And thus...
Let's hear it, Basilio. You fight. But why?
O Lodestar, ye grief-racked brother, O thou anguished traveler.
What does Lodestar actually mean? I've heard it's like Star Lord or something like that.
Been broken.
But
Now choose thy path.
so once we get another
It's off
arc,
to start.
but
This time I'll meet. Ardell entrusted me with this chance. I've got to show him I've got this.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. Awaken.
now this one also wants you to think Fidelio kind of becomes his archetype.
See you around, Dell.
Still better than Juno's.
Thank goodness! You're finally awake!
Not the most intense awakening,
You
but
were passed out! Don't scare me like that!
they're all three worked out.
Not that I can blame you. After all that's happened.
Sir Basilio, there's magla flowing through him. I think it's the same as our power.
Yep, he's unlocked it.
It's you lot from before.
They want to pay their respects.
The guy literally died to protect them.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Ardell. Funny, innit? Maybe this world's not so bad. Thanks.
Fidelio, the badass cruiser, carrying his brother's honor, has become your ally.
By God, what
Damn,
in the
it's
world
become
is that
longer than I was
lance?
expecting.
It struck down Santifex Forden right before our eyes. That's supposed to be impossible.
And Luis made sure it was a bloody spectacle, before an audience even. The bastard is making sport of it.
We must devise a plan. Otherwise, even if Luis does not sway our supporters, they may lose faith in the church.
Before all else, we must choose a successor. But they need not share Forden's strength.
I have brought her here.
You requested an audience? Assembled lords?
Rella, we must ask your support. Let me be direct. We would like you to enter the tournament as a formal successor to His Eminence Sanctifex Forden.
This girl? She is your plan?
Have you gone mad? I reject this proposal. If anyone is to succeed His Eminence, it should be me, as his trusted right hand.
See sense. Strength alone means nothing. And without that, you have nothing worthy of the people's loyalty.
Rella, will you not speak? Surely you feel what they ask of you is beyond your station.
Well,
You're just that on her.
that is...
You are wise beyond your years, Rella. Surely you understand. What the lost children need now is not a righteous avenger, but a refuge from their fears. The people would flock to a saint who dwells among her people. Already many would rejoice to see you rule as queen. Rella, will you answer their call?
This is all rather sudden.
Of course, you would have our full support. Naturally, we will make arrangements so that the tournament's next round turns in your favor.
Even so, I am unfit to be queen.
Allow me to clarify. This is not exactly a request. Would you rather have that tyrant Luis become king?
Well...
God, can I get a save point, please?
Hey, sounds like we've got big news. I just heard from a pack of Sanctists. I figured they'd shove someone up to take Forden's place. But where it is, it'll be Saint Rella. Gonna be an announcement tomorrow.
The mourning for Forden's barely started, and they're already lining up his successor. And Rella, at that. Going for popularity over power, it seems.
They're getting careless. Though, thinking about it, maybe it's a smarter choice than it seems.
But, say Saint Rella wins against Luis, becomes proper queen and all, gets to do what she wants.
No.
Doesn't that tidy this whole thing right up?
No, this can't be her own decision. Just the idea of being queen would put her stomach in knots.
The politicians must be trying to make her their puppet. Perhaps it was an order she could not refuse.
This isn't good.
Yeah.
Probably not the best time to talk to her either.
But that's got to mean they're keeping the tournament going, right? Then they'll probably announce the next challenge once Rella's candidacy goes public.
Either way, I don't like it. This is all escalating too fast for my tastes. All the support Forden had campaigned for will likely just go straight to Rella with hardly a dent. If Luis and the Sanctus Church are trying to reclaim the status quo as the two pillars of government, that'll be a tough lead to shake. After all, just lifting the curse isn't going to be enough to restore the prince to the throne.
Indeed. Luis versus Rella. Front-runner and runner-up, with no ties to the royal family between them. Everyone will see plain that popularity's eclipsed royal right. His Highness himself will have to win this battle on the faith of the people, or his claim to the crown will never be acknowledged.
Besides which, Luis now knows that His Highness lives. His whereabouts have not been discovered, but the Kingslayer will take up the hunt.
So many obstacles. What do we do?
Keep trying to break the curse, but we also need to get the people to support the princess claim to the throne. To move forward, we need to buy time.
I know one way to keep a VIP protected. A classic tactic, really. The military does it all the time. We use a body double. You're supposed to be a dead ringer for the prince, yeah?
You mean he pretends to be the prince? That's absurd. You realize it's a capital offense to impersonate royalty.
I don't think it's a bad idea, though.
Do you not get how dangerous this is?
Ardell was right about you being mental. I think we could pull it off, though. The prince has been gone ages. Nobody's in a position to point out differences.
Wait, just think about this. He's elder. The royal family's Clamar, and have been for generations. His appearance would be the least of our worries.
If I may. His Highness the Prince lacks the Clamar horns. Some rumors suggested 'twas not some miraculous feature of the prince alone, but a mark of elden blood. I've heard no confirmation either way myself, but at the very least, 'tis a tale any aristocrat is bound to have heard in passing.
In other words, with an elder claiming the prince's name and a known royal knight to vouchsafe him, we'd have enough plausibility to shake the nobles to their core.
Of course, all this means little, unless our double himself is willing. What say you?
I can't back down now.
Wow. You never do, you know?
Your resolve has been challenged many times over, and never have you strayed. I am humbled once more. I pledge my sword to this gambit.
Good. Then we declare ourselves tomorrow. where this announcement's going to take place. Seems like the optimal place to make sure we're heard.
Right then. Looks like I'll have to give the old girl a polish worthy of a
We know you can
prince.
do it.
My cue as well. From here on, it's nose to the grindstone until my magnum opus is finished. Can't let the lad be the only one with his life on the line.
We have no clue what might happen in a situation like this once we're done with our preparations in the city. Let's focus on tomorrow. Remember, the monks have their eyes on us. Let's keep our shopping to the Blue Sky Bridge area and return to the runner at night. But we're going to have to say that for next week because we're calling it here for the night. Wow, this one ran long. But I hope you enjoyed our show. Share it, favorite, follow, like, spread it around. If you know others who get entertained by my shows, send them my way. I'll happily entertain you all. Also, don't forget to subscribe. It can only help out the channel. And if you're wondering what benefit from subscribing is, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to share. Till next time, this is the Night Show offline. Enjoy your weekend, guys.